it just the other day. Oh, I guess that you were back in town. It's been a long time since you've been around. Remember when we used to make the streets unsafe together, baby? We were young and foolish then. Oh, how I wish we could go back again. I've decided it's been too long, baby. Reaching out to touch your heart, hope for a maybe. I get a one-way ticket down to memory lane. There are two hearts beating, just nothing will ever be the same. We had a chance, babe, to work it all out, but we blew it on our foolish pride. And now I wanna scream and shout, I love that I love you. Wanna shout, I love that I love you, baby. We had a chance, babe, to work it all out, but we blew it on our foolish pride. And now I wanna scream and shout, oh, shout out that I love you, baby. Oh. If you want, I'll come back again. I know I changed my mind too many times. If I say that I still love you, babe, would you leave all bad things behind? I promise I won't mess things up like I did last time I saw you. I did a lot of things that I regret. Now I'm not playing hard to get. Oh, I have decided it's been too long, baby. Reaching out to touch your heart, hope for a maybe. I get a one-way ticket down to memory lane. There are two hearts beating, just nothing will ever be the same. We had a chance, babe, to work it all out, but we blew it on our foolish pride. And now I wanna scream and shout, I love that I love you. Wanna shout, I love that I love you, baby. We had a chance, babe, to work it all out, but we blew it on our foolish pride. And now I wanna scream and shout.
You can do it, you're good at it, and you're winning. Doesn't that feel good to have that positive encouragement? And that's what we need. Doesn't matter how slow you go. This is yoga. It doesn't matter how slow you go. It doesn't matter how the poses look. Just do it, and you're here. That's the most important thing. Being out here, showing up, being on your mat, just going for it. Please, just do it. You will be so glad that you did it. You're going to look back at this period in your life, and you're going to say, man, I'm so glad I did that yoga. I am so glad I never gave up. Don't ever give up. Take it to a lesser percentage. Do it slowly. Do it, at your pace. It's totally fine because you're doing it from home. Do whatever is right for your body. That's it. I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. You're doing it your way. It's an hour-long practice. We practice every day live on Facebook and YouTube, start to finish, no cuts. It's very real. It's just like being in a real class. That's our objective, because that's how we started. When COVID hit, we took our yoga students online to do yoga from home, to just help with your body, your mind, your spirit. And it worked, and it's done well. So stick around. Every day is different. Every practice is different. Every day your body feels different. Just do what you can with what you got. Check us out. Today is a practice that is 1 hour long, that is strength and balancing. That's the focus. You can do it. Just don't give up. Don't quit. Take it slowly. Just do what you can. All right, here's the word to think about. The word is be present. Be present. Be here. Don't worry about the past. Don't think about the future, because a lot of what you think about never happens. What's the point in rehashing the past? Be present. Being present can mean before the mind, right here, right now. So take a deep breath in. deep sigh and breath out. Be comfortable. Realize this is your moment. This is your time. Grab your props, a couple yoga blocks, a strap, whatever you like. But be present. That's the word on the screen right there, right now. Be present. Okay, let's come on up to a standing position. As you come on up, we always talk about locking in a stress number. Oh, have some water nearby. Maybe your strap, your blocks, whatever you want, whatever you need. Maybe your remote control's really close so you can take a long final Shavasana. So come up to standing. All right, lock in that stress number. Scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. What's going on with you right now? Hands on your hips, feet a little wider than hip width distance. Shoulders are away from your ears, elbows are back and down. Chest is lifted. Let that feel good as you take this pose of confidence, and why not? All right, come on up to the balls of your feet. Rock and roll a little bit on your feet, moving on the balls of the feet, onto the heels. Just find your solid foundation beneath your feet. Another prop you could have is a chair. Maybe you've got your chair nearby. We can use that for our sun salutation B as well, because in that pose you can be seated, totally fine. It's up to you. So move your bones, and just let this yoga feel good. So you're stretching out your calves, you're stretching out your legs, you're building your confidence in your ability to stand on your 2 feet. Maybe you're seated in a chair. Totally fine. Flex the feet. Flex and point the feet. Lift and lower. Breathe. Don't worry about the results of your practice. Trust in the process. It really does work. Trust in the process and just continue. All right. Let's finish up with our feet. Bring your feet on down to your mat. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And a big sigh and breath out through your mouth. Extended mountain pose. We do this a lot today. Lift your arms up. Bend in the elbows is fine. Lift your arms up. Chest is lifted. Root into your strong feet. Reach your fingers high. Spiral your pinkies so they're more in towards your midline a little bit. Lengthen up. Take a deep breath in. Soften up. Take a deep breath out. Interlace your fingers. Send your palms up to the sky. Start to do some side bends with your pose called a gentle palm tree. So you don't have to go super far. It just can be the breeze blowing through your palm tree fingers and arms as you move a little bit side to side, or a lot side to side. You decide what works for you. You don't have to go super far. Breathe. That's the big thing. In through the nose and out through the mouth. All right, we've moved our spine side to side. Let's go front and back. Let your hands float down. Place your hands behind your low back like you do in camel. Push your hips forward. Let your hands rest into your low back. Squeeze your elbows together. Take a little gentle back bend. Look up to the sky. Hips are pressed forward. Be here, be present. Just feel how this feels. Exhale, now fold forward. As you fold forward, maybe a little bend in your knees feels good. Arms hang toward the earth. Inhale. Exhale. As you exhale, empty out your belly completely. Feel your belly button almost as if it's touching your spine. Little softness in the knees feels good. And then heaviness in the head. Shake your head left to right. Move it around. Let gravity work for you in a positive way here. You're loosening up the neck. Think about it. Your head is heavy. The neck feels a bit of release here as you move your head to and fro and to, and breathe. Still your body. Roll your spine up 1 vertebra at a time. Come on up to standing. All right, shoulders over your hips. Let's tee out our arms and do some little arm circles to the side of the room. All right, so their circles can be big, they can be small. Add in your knees. Bend the knees and straighten the legs. So just get into the shoulders here. You'll be glad that you did when we do our dancer pose today. All right, so maybe take your circles in the other direction. Knees bending. If you're in the chair, do the arms. And circles don't have to be huge. They can be small. It's all right. Breathe. All right, shoulders are awake. Let's do a nice controlled twist. Let your arms hang down by your sides. Let the arms be heavy and you twist in the waist. Imagine your body is a washcloth and you're wringing it out. Tap your shoulder, tap your backside. Look over your shoulder, maybe close your eyes. You're doing it. You're doing it well. If you're in a chair, you can take this pose even deeper. You can grab onto the side of the chair as you twist, then grab onto the other side of the chair as you twist. Don't think of a chair or your blocks or the other props you might use as crutches. Don't think of them as things that are, helping you do something because you can't do something. Sometimes the props make the poses quite a bit harder. And that chair right now, if you're holding on to the side, taking that twist, ooh, you're really doing more than I am right now. So breathe, and let's finish. Let this feel good. Come on back to a standing position. Sweep your arms up, extended mountain, lengthen here, give your toes a wiggle. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your hands to a prayer center position. Maybe close your eyes if that feels good for you. This is just your moment here where you set a positive little saying that you're going to say to yourself over and over again in your mind. Maybe it's, I am strong, I am capable, I am able, or I can do it, or I'm a winner. Pick a positive statement that you can come back to every time we bring our hands to prayer center. Maybe it's a feeling of gratitude. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Blink your eyes open, take your hands to opposite elbow creases, spread your feet a little bit wider, and then hinge forward for a ragdoll pose. Bend your knees a little bit, gaze back to your knees, to your belly button, whatever, and put a little bend in your knees, and then feel as you adjust your knees how this ragdoll pose feels. Start to sway one elbow toward one knee, then the other elbow toward the other knee. Loosen up in the low back. And your neck. Don't hold on. Look back to your knees, or look between your legs even. Breathe. Most important part is your breath. And a characteristic of this practice is that you're going to take one breath, one movement when we get flowing. All right, let's come back to the midline of your body, or maybe you want to continue doing ragdoll a little bit longer. I'm going to bring my hands down to my mat. I'm going to bend my knees, and I'm going to come into a child's pose. So, child's pose, knees can be together or spread apart. If your knees are together, big toes are touching, hips back to your heels. You can use a block here and bring it under your forehead or under your chest, whatever feels good. Arms down by your sides, fingers reaching long to the bottom of your mat. That feels nice in the shoulders. So you feel pretty tight and concise here in this child's pose. The alternative I started to show you was the knees spread wide for a wide-legged child's pose. Big toes touch, hips back to the heels. Arms can reach long to the top of your mat. You could rest your head on your block or your mat. Maybe you take a block or two and scoot them up high to the top of your mat and rest your hands on the block. Different variations, you do what speaks to you today. And you can take, if you're in the extended child's pose, push into your hands, slide your hands more forward as you sink your hips and your tailbone back toward your heels. Either pose, either variation, the classic variation or the wide-legged variation, is a great pose to wake up your spine, wake up your low body, and wake up your shoulders. Deep breath in, sighing breath out through the mouth. Let the outside world go. Don't think about troubles. Don't think about what you need to do. Don't think about what should have been done. Think about the here and now. Be present. Take a deep breath in through your nose and close your lips and breathe out of your nose. This is called Ujjayi pranayama breathing. If it feels good, stick with it. Build heat in your body. Listen to your breath inside your body. Keep the breaths long and deep and strong. If the Ujjayi pranayama breathing just doesn't work for you, breathe in and out of your mouth when you need to. Sigh it out when you need to. Just don't let your breath get shallow. If your breath does get shallow, that's indicating to you that you're working too hard, you're stressing and straining, and you don't want to do that. Breathe in. Breathe out.
Child's pose, come back to it anytime you like. It's your yoga, you decide. I'm going to come out of this pose now, and I'm going to come to a neutral tabletop. I'm going to tuck my feet toward my shins. I'm going to send my hips high as my knees straighten, and I'm going to come into a downward facing dog. In a downward facing dog pose, your body looks like an inverted V. Adjust your feet. Everybody's height is different. Adjust your feet so your heels are slightly elevated. Now look at your hands. Your hands should be shoulder width distance apart. Fingers spread wide. Little gecko grip in the fingers into the mat. Knees, feet are hip width distance. Let your tailbone go high to the sky as you push hard into the mat. Pedal out your feet, bringing one heel closer to the earth than the other. If you're new to yoga and this position isn't comfortable for you, you could do it standing. Stand up next to a wall, press your hands into the wall, step your feet back, and start to pedal your heels. So very similar sensations. Go ahead and shake your neck, loosen it up, let it be. We're going to come back to a downward facing dog often. Still your heels, tailbone higher to the sky. When you're ready, walk your feet up to meet your hands or walk your hands back to meet your feet. I always walk my hands back to meet my feet when we're doing this on the camera because of camera angle. That's the only reason. Roll your spine up, send your arms high up to the sky, come back to your extended mountain pose. Here you go. Lengthen up here. Take a deep breath in. Let's do some sun salutation A's. Hands to prayer center. Remember your positive statement. Fold forward. Take an inhale and halfway lift your body. Shoulders and hips are in line, back is flat, hands press into your shins, your knees, whatever it takes to create a flat back. Lengthen through your tailbone and the crown of your head. Back is flat. And when you're ready, exhale, fold forward, walk your hands forward. Let's do our first Chaturanga Dandasana. Lots of ways to do this. You'll come into a high plank. Hold it here. Bend your elbows and come to a low plank. You could take this on your knees if you like. Hover your chest above the earth, elbows hugged in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Chest shines forward. Your legs can be long and you can be on your knees, or you can be up and elevated, not on your knees. When you're ready, send your hips back to a downward facing dog. Tailbone high. We've been here. You know this. Shake your neck. Finish up, still your feet, walk your feet up to meet your hands or hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. We'll go through this again. Reach and lengthen in your extended mountain. Exhale, hands through prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands and take your Chaturanga Dandasana any way you like. Maybe you decide to just come back to a down dog. High plank perhaps, low plank perhaps. Tops of your feet on your mat, come to your upward facing dog. Flip your feet to a natural position, come back to a downward facing dog. Breathe and pedal and enjoy. Still your feet. Walk your feet back to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your other way around. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain, breathe. You can take all of this on your knees. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat. Maybe take it on your knees, no problem there. High plank, maybe on the knees. Low plank, hug it in. Upward facing dog, tops of your feet on your mat. You can be on your knees. Flip your feet back to a natural position. Hips go high, down dog. Maybe you come back to a wide-legged child's pose. All good. Pedal it out. Finish. Still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain pose, lengthen up. Let's do a sun salutation B. It's a little different. We're standing now, all right? So come on up. Camera. I need the camera up top. There we go. Extended mountain. Let's take it to a chair pose. Bend your knees and reach forward. Sink the weight into your heels. Continue to reach forward. This is chair pose. And maybe you're literally still in your chair. Totally good. This pose is a really great one to do in the chair because all you're going to do is swivel your bottom when we go into our Warrior Two pose. So reach here.
Sink lower. How low can you go? Wiggle your toes, shift your weight a little bit more to your heels. Don't worry about it, because your front of your body and your arms are a little bit of a counterbalance here. You're not gonna fall backwards. Reach and settle. Reach. And now let's take our hands to prayer center. Straighten the knees and forward fold. Arms down toward the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through your body. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat. Chaturanga Dandasana, your way. High plank, low plank. Push the earth away, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here's where it gets different. Here's the warrior two part. Kick your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge, bringing the right foot in between your two front hands. Inhale, rise up, legs straight and spiral around. Back foot plants, right foot goes to the front of the room. Bend into that front knee, knee over ankle. Feet are solid. You're strong. This is a warrior pose. Don't you feel strong and solid here? Maybe wiggle your toes a little more to the top of the mat, working your right thigh a little more parallel to the earth. Arms tee out. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, settle in, good and strong. Breathe, squeeze the mat together actively with your low body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle down. Inhale, lengthen, turn your head to the right. Exhale, reach forward. Tick-tock your arms, 6 and 12. Look up to your left arm. Stretch, find distance between both hands. Look up. When you're ready, inhale for a reverse warrior. Right arm lifts, keep your low body still as if it were in cement. Right arm lifts, left arm goes down your back thigh. Take the stretch a little deeper if you want. And when you're ready, exhale, cartwheel your arms, surround the right foot, turn your back foot, right foot goes back to meet the left. Maybe you do a Chaturanga Dandasana here. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Other side, the left foot. Now maybe in your down dog, you're pedaling it out. Breathe. Lift your left leg high to the sky. When you're ready, sweep it through to a low lunge. Rise on up, feet plant. You stand, arms tee out. Bend that left knee. Wiggle that thigh more parallel to the earth if you can, if you want. Arms tee out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, lengthen. Look to the left. Exhale, reach. Tick-tock your arms. Look up, stretch. Go slowly. Feel what you feel. Enjoy it. Right arm down, left arm up for your reverse warrior. Maybe you reach a little to the back of the room, your call. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Left foot meets right, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hands walk to meet the feet, or feet walk to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms sweep up. We're gonna go a little faster. Arms sweep up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Knees bend, arms reach. Knees bend, more, arms reach more. Sink lower, how low can you go? Give it a go. Reach, hands to prayer center, positive mantra. Knees straighten, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands, walk them forward. Maybe your way for your chaturanga. Maybe take it on your knees. High plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Pedal, breathe. Inhale, right leg kicks high. Exhale, right leg sweeps forward and comes in between the two front hands. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Arms tee out, settle in, squeeze the mat. Inhale, lengthen up through your spine. Turn your head. Exhale, reach to the right. Tick-tock 6 and 12. Press the inner right thigh open. Look up, breathe. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm high, left arm low, maybe reach a little further back. Exhale, cartwheel the arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Right foot meets left, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Pedal, breathe. Still your feet. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Inhale, rise up. Plant your feet, tee out your arms, sink low. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, sink lower. Inhale, lengthen up, squeeze the mat, look to the left, reach to the left, tick-tock your arms, 6 and 12, push the inner left thigh open, reach. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm goes up this time, reach. Maybe reach to the back of the room. Exhale, cartwheel your arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Left foot goes back to meet the right. You come in to your high plank. Maybe you go back to your down dog. Maybe you take your Chaturanga, high plank, low plank. Press the earth away, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal, breathe. You got it. Guess what? Third time's the charm. One more time. Don't sweat it. Do it. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Exhale, bend your knees. Utkatasana, chair pose, reach. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle. Inhale, lengthen more. Exhale, settle in some more. Hands to prayer center. Positive mantra. Straighten the knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat, walk it back, do it your way. I'm gonna do Chaturanga Dandasana, high plank, low plank. Push the earth away, inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal, breathe, shake your neck is loose. Inhale, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Inhale, you come up to standing. Feet are spread wide. Settle in, tee out your arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle. Look to the right. Exhale, reach. Tick-tock, 6 and 12. Left arm goes up. Right arm comes down. Look up to the sky. Stretch, more space between the fingers. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm high, left arm low, look up, reach back. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana if you want, or just meet back in downward facing dog. Right foot meets left, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal, breathe. One more side and we're done. When you're ready, kick your left leg high. Exhale, sweep it through. Low lunge, rise on up, plant your feet. Tee out your arms. Settle into your knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle. Look left, reach left. Tick-tock. 6 and 12 in the arms, reach. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm up. Exhale, cartwheel your arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Left foot meets right, high plank, maybe on your knees, low plank, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Pedal, shake your neck. You did it. There's your warm-up. You're thinking, oh, the warm-up. Oh yeah. Bend your knees, hover them above the earth. Little bear plank here. Hinge your weight so your shoulders are over your wrists. Come on down to your knees. Grab a drink if you want it. How are you doing? You did great. We did 3 sets of that Sun B. That is a real huge strength building pose. Other days of the week, we do poses that will enhance doing our Tuesday and our Saturday practice. Drink. All right, core things, core specific things, although everything is core, right? Okay, let's come and do our 3 usual poses. Have your strap nearby if you want to use it for boat. I'm not going to use it today. Tuesdays and Sundays or Saturdays, I usually don't. Soles of the feet meet, knees are open wide. Take this opportunity to say something positive about yourself. Lengthen up and then come on back. Slowly recline. Hold it here. Hold it as you go down. Know that you can take your time getting down because you are strong and you are in control. Your core is strong. You got it. Come all the way down to your mat. And then readjust your feet. Maybe bring your heels up closer to your groin or not. Just be aware. Readjust them to what's comfortable. Knees open wide. Maybe you stay here. I'm going to take my elbows and bend them. Put my fingers lightly on my temples so my knees are open just like my elbows are open. Take a breath in. Maybe sigh it out. Let it go. We built up a lot of heat. So maybe take some breaths out of your mouth. When you're ready, on an exhale, lift on up. Have your elbows open wide and your chest lifts to the sky. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, come on down. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale on the up because you have less air in your belly, so you can get up higher. Exhale up, inhale down. Keep your elbows and your knees open wide. Lift and lower in your little Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Let's finish with these. All right, come on down. Let's do bicycle. Bring the soles of your feet onto your mat. Your feet can stay on the mat, and you can bring your fingers still on your temples. Peel your shoulders up and take little twists, working opposite elbow toward opposite knee. That's a fine way of doing this. Another way to do it would be to lift the legs up, having your knees over your hips and your shins parallel to the earth. You can ride a recumbent bicycle, driving through the heels. And one thing I like about this pose is you really feel your tailbone in the mat. All right, I'm gonna add it all together. I'm gonna peel my shoulders up. I'm gonna work opposite elbow toward opposite knee. There's another variation of bicycle. On Fridays, we do a variation of bicycle. That's a Pilates bicycle. That's really kind of fun. All right, so another option. Straighten your legs and scissor kick them as if they were big scissors, right? All right, how are you doing? Strong core, you got it. Let's finish. Send your legs long. Take a stick pose, arms high overhead, toes point, stretch. Breathe. One more pose here. It is boat pose, Navasana. Boy, what a strengthening pose for the core. Let your arms float down by your sides. Bend your knees, place your hands behind your knees. If you're familiar with using a strap, go ahead and do it if that's what's in your practice for today. Elbows hugged in, hold on to the backs of your knees, rock and roll up a couple of times. You decide how you want to do this. And you know rocking on the spine is really not indicated if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia. Check with your doctor, make sure everything's good before you try a new adventure. All right, rock a few times. Come on up to seated. Now find your balance. Lean on back as if you were in a recliner. Squeeze your shoulders back, lift your chest up to the sky. Hold on to the backs of your knees. Then maybe lift one foot or the other, or both feet, or maybe straighten the legs. Arms can reach parallel to the legs. Turn up the corners of your mouth, put a smile on your face. Why not, right? Maybe the arms lift higher to the sky. Hold it. Maybe bring your hands to prayer center, little bend in the knees, row your boat. One elbow dips to one side, other elbow dips to the other. Breathe, hold on, you got it. Stay strong, don't quit. But do, let's finish. All right, bring the soles of your feet to your mat. Hug your heels up closer to your bottom. Wrap your forearms around your shins as best you can, and then press into your toes. Lean on back a little bit more. Hold on here. Maybe tuck your chin to your chest, bringing your forehead towards your knees in a little pose called Cosmic Egg. Hold it, and then finish. Feet come down, crisscross at the ankles, press into your hands. Let's go back to a downward facing dog pose. All right, in your downward facing dog pose, pedal it out and breathe. We're gonna do a low lunge here. When you're ready, kick your right leg up to the sky and then sweep it through to a low lunge. So the foot is between the two hands, just like we did earlier in that warrior two pose.
Come on up to standing. Your back heel is off the ground, it's lifted. Right foot is solidly planted. Right knee over right ankle. Put a bend in that back knee. How low do you want to go? You could have your chair nearby for stability. Bend the knee as much as you want, from a high lunge to a low lunge to all the way down on your knee. Nothing wrong with that. Lift your arms up to the sky. Inhale, lengthen. Take a baby back bend. Come back to the lengthening position of the fingers going up to the sky. As you exhale, hands to prayer center. Positive statement. Lengthen up and then soften up. Left elbow, bring it to the outside of the right knee. Hands are stacked, elbows stacked. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Now, if you're down on your knee, you can probably deepen the twist because you feel more stable. If you're up on your back knee, you're really working your balance. Both are good. Breathe. Let's finish here. Hands and vision slowly back to the midline of your body. Bring the top of your left foot onto your mat. Maybe use a block here. Walk your right toes up toward the right top corner of your mat. Nice big stretch here, like when we do our lunge other days of the week. So left leg is long and straight on your mat with the top of the left toes on the mat. Right toe, right foot is wiggled up to the top right corner of the mat. As best as gives you a really good lizard-like stretch. All right, block can be here. You can bring your hands down to it. No block at all, hands on the mat. Open up the knee of the right leg, perhaps to the right side of the room. Forearms down to the block if you like. Inhale, lengthen in your spine. Exhale, soften and allow your arms to come down to wherever they need to come down to in your runner's lunge. When you're ready, time to come out of it. Press into straightened arms. Send the right foot back to meet the left. You can stay on your knees and take a side plank. You can extend your top leg long while staying on the bottom left knee, or both legs can go long. Shoulder over wrist, right arm lifts. Take your side plank. Look up to your right fingers. Stay strong and stable in that one straight line in your arms. Exhale, arm comes down. You come back to a downward facing dog. Pedal it out and breathe. If you want, do a Chaturanga Dandasana, or stay here and continue pedaling your feet. I'm gonna go high plank, low plank, press the earth away, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal, and let's do the other side. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Rise on up to standing. Remember your back heel is lifted. Nice stretch in that foot. We're gonna work the left thigh more parallel to the earth as both knees find the bend that they need. Hands to prayer center, find place to stay. Inhale, arms lift to the sky. Baby back bend if you like. Hands back to prayer center, another opportunity to be positive. Right elbow outside of the left knee, hands are stacked, elbows stacked. Inhale, lengthen as you look down at your left toes. Exhale, twist to the left. Lengthen, then twist. Lengthen and twist some more. Lengthen one more time, good twist, press into your hands, look over your shoulder. Slowly come back to the midline. Plant your hands inside your left foot. Come down onto the right foot if you're not already there, top of the right foot on the mat. Left toes, wiggle to the top corner of the mat. Stretch it out here in your runner's lunge, with or without your block. Maybe open up the left knee to the side of the room. Slip down to your forearms on the block, on the mat, whatever works. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, breathe. Slide your left foot back to meet the right. Now our right arm is going to be the foundation for this variation of your side plank. Whatever you want to do is good, as long as your shoulder is over your wrist. Remember, you can stay on your knees. You can send your legs long. You can lift your arm high to the sky. Keep your hips lifted. Look up, up, up to the sky. And then finish. Hand comes down. You come back to a downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Walk your feet to meet your hands, or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Breathe here. Let's do tree pose, but let's kick it up a notch, something different. You don't have to kick it up a notch. You can do what you want. I'm gonna stand on my block. You decide. All right, you can have your chair nearby for stability. I'm gonna place my right foot onto the block at its stable height. Whew, kinda throws you off, right? It's kind of good. It's good. It makes you think. All right, so I'm going to root into the right foot. I'm going to take the left foot, lift it up, place the sole of the left foot on the inside of the calf. Did I tell you we're doing tree vrikasana? Hang with it. Come on, you can do it. Hands to prayer center. Breathe. Focus. Look upward to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe grow your branches and sway them. Hold on here. If you don't like the block underneath your foot, ditch it. But if you give it a try and you fall out, no big deal. Come right back. When you're ready, hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Step off your block if you used it. All right, don't use it if you don't want. Don't use it if you don't like it. I'm gonna root the left foot into the block. Maybe you decide to stay right here with your hands on your hips and just try to balance on that block. It's all good. Your blocks will support you. All right, I'm gonna open up the other knee to the side of the room. Place the sole of the foot wherever you wanna place it, just don't put it on the knee. Knees aren't meant to bend sideways. Maybe you pick the foot up and bring it high up into your thigh. I'm gonna keep it low today because of this block. All right, raise your arms, look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet, sway your branches, wiggle your branches. You've got it. You fall out, get right back in. Guide the knee to the front of the room, hands back to prayer center. Right foot meets left on the mat. You've got it. Scoot the block away. Let's do a one-legged mountain. Lift your arms up to the sky, root into one foot or the other, and lift the opposite knee. Knee to hip height. Lengthen up here in your one-legged mountain. You got it. Guess what we're gonna do here? We're gonna go to warrior three. All right, I love this one. With your foot that's lifted, drive that heel really far forward. Hands to prayer center. Hinge the weight forward into the leg that's forward. Bend into the knee. Hands can be on your hips. Hands can be on a chair. Lift your back leg up, up, up. Try to bring your knee to about hip height. Maybe reach your arms far forward. Lengthen here. Sweep your arms back to your hips. Come on up to standing. Both feet meet on your mat. Opposite leg steps back. Opposite foot comes forward. We're gonna hinge forward here. We're gonna hinge forward, bend in the standing knee, back leg lifts. Hands can stay on your hips, right leg lifts or the back leg lifts, whichever one you got back there. Hands can stay on your hips. Arms can reach long to the top of your mat. Stretch, reach, finish. Hands back to your hips. Right foot meets left. Let's do. Finish up with this one-legged mountain on this side. Root in to your leg. Lift the opposite leg. Knee to hip height. Arms go high. Hold on here. You've got it. Lengthen up. And then finish. Both feet meet. Hands back to prayer center. It's time to do eagle pose, Garandasana. You can sit in a chair for this one. You can do just the top body, just the low body, or put it all together. All right, I'm gonna put it all together. Of course I am. All right, bend your knees. Come to chair pose, Utkatasana. Remember that? Arms reach long. Sit back into your heels. Right arm is gonna sweep under left. Don't like that? Take hands to opposite shoulders or keep them at prayer center. Always a good place to be. I'm gonna sweep my right arm under my left. Palms touch, elbows go down. I'm gonna look over my fingers. I'm gonna lift my right leg up. I'm gonna lift it, cross it, take the top of the right foot and hook it behind the left calf. Hold on here, sink low, breathe. Hold on, squeeze tightly. You've got it. This is your eagle pose. Hold on, squeeze in the knees, squeeze in the shoulders. Finish. Right foot comes down. Arms sweep up, extended mountain. Little baby back bend. Arms go back up. Other side. Bend the knees. That's the start. Hand position wherever you want them to be. Remember that. Lengthen. Now I'm going to sweep my left arm under my right. Palms touch.
elbows go down. I'm gonna gaze over my fingers. Right foot's gonna root into the earth. Opposite leg is gonna lift. Maybe cross it, maybe hook the top of that foot behind the standing calf. Sink low and breathe. I'm gonna say hi to Canal, Liz, Betty, Diane, Tyrone, Lynn, Stan, Margarita, Kelly, Rita, Tina, Liz, Jim, Steve, Robert, how are you? All right, let's finish in our eagle pose. Left foot down, arms go up, sweep it up, extended mountain, baby back bend. Inhale back to extended mountain. Now keep the arms lifted. We're gonna do dancer, as I mentioned. Sweep the right arm back, back, back. Nice big circles here. Root into your left foot, weight out of the right. Reach down, capture with all 5 fingers of the right hand, capture inside the right foot. Bring your knees back together because they will have wiggled apart. Lengthen up through your left arm. Now kick into your back hand. Hinge forward with your left arm. Kick, 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 back toward the back wall. Then kick up, up, up toward the sky. Kick, reach, finish. Right foot down, both arms go back up. Lengthen, oh, you got it. Let's go. Left arm, circle, circle, circle to the back, back, back of your room. Lengthen through your right hand. You can do this. Put a bend in your left knee. Maybe reach down, capture the inside of your left foot. Maybe you hold it right here. Lengthen through your right fingers. Knees are together, lengthen. Exhale, kick into your back foot. If you fall out, who cares? Everybody falls out, right? Lengthen up. Kick into your back foot, reach through your right arm. Kick, 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 back, back, back. Kick up, kick up, kick up. And then finish. Feet meet feet on the mat. Hands back to prayer center. Take a deep breath in. And a big sighing breath out. You did it. Lots of balancing today. How did you like the standing in your tree pose on the block? It's a challenge. When you think about it, it's not too much of a challenge, but it's enough of a challenge that it throws you off. And it's good to throw yourself off in a controlled environment like your yoga mat so you can learn these things and adapt them for living your life off of your mat, which is where we live most of our life. All right, hands to prayer center. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Fold forward. Fold in half. Inhale, halfway lift. Squeeze your shoulders back. Lengthen through your spine. Chaturanga Dandasana, or let's just meet back in a downward facing dog. Oh my goodness. How many chaturangas we doing today? All right, hinge forward, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Take it on the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips are high. Pedal it out. Kick your right leg high to the sky. Right about here is where I say, oh no, not again. Oh yes, again. Take the right knee. This is the surprise. Bring the right knee to your right wrist. We're going to do half pigeon here. Ekapada Rajakapatasana. Do you think it was going to be another warrior two? No, we're going to do half pigeon. Great for your hips. Left leg long and straight on your mat. Right thigh or right shin. Work it a little more parallel to the top of your mat. Press into your hands and hold here. Big stretch in your right glutes. You could take your block and put it under your right glutes. Let's come on down to your resting on your forearms, crisscrossing your hands and resting your head on your hands. Soften in your shoulders in your half pigeon pose, also called Ekapada Rajakapatasana. Just fun to say the name. All right, so nice stretch in the glutes of the right side of your body. Breathe here, take a deep breath in, and take a deep breath out. When you're ready, come on up, press into your hands. All right, press into your hands here. Let's remove the block and just bring it to the other side. Tuck your back left toes under, send your right leg high to the sky, shake it out in a downward facing dog on 3 legs. All right, plant the right foot next to the left. We got another side to do. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through. Bring the left knee to the left wrist. Right leg scoots long on your mat. Woo, settle in here. Work your left shin a wee bit more parallel to the top of your mat. Slip your block under your left glutes. The reason for doing that is it keeps your hips equidistant to the mat, and you feel a difference. If you remove the block, you kind of want to settle in to that hip on the bent knee side. Really be honest, keep the hips equidistant by slipping that block under there. Ooh, it works differently, doesn't it? All right, arms come down, hands come down and crisscross. Rest your head on your hands, soften in your shoulders.
Breathe in, breathe out. Great pose. We do this pose also in our restorative practice on Thursdays and Sundays. In that practice, this very same pose is called, instead of a pigeon, half pigeon, it's called a sleeping swan. And in your sleeping swan pose, you stay a good long time. All right, press into your hands. Straighten the arms. Remove the block. Tuck your back right toes. Send your left leg back to meet the right. Shake it out. Downward facing dog on 3 legs. Come back to a natural 4-legged down dog. Press into your hands. Tailbone lifts good and high. Wiggle your hips. Maybe pedal your knees. Finish. Still your feet. Hinge forward. High plank. High plank, lower down. Lower all the way down. Elbows hugged in. Lower all the way down to your belly. Once on your belly, cobra pose, Bhujangasana. This helps strengthen your spine. Bring your hands underneath your collarbones and zip your legs up. The tops of your feet into your mat. Exhale the air out of your lungs. Inhale, lift on up in the chest. Keep pressing the tops of your feet into your mat. It's really hard to do. But keep the feet down. Don't let them lift. Rise up through the chest. Little to no weight in your hands. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Squeeze your elbows towards your heels. Lengthen, breathe, gaze down your nose. Finish up. Whew. Arms come down by your sides. Turn your head so your left cheek is on your mat. Breathe here, you got it. Let's do floor bow called Dhanurasana. Bend your knees. Feet are back there. Heels act as if you're kicking yourself in the bottom. Bring your head back to the midline of your body. Arms reach for the outsides of your heels, or the outsides of your ankles. Hold on. Wiggle your knees back together. They come apart like they do in Dancer. Chin is at the midline of your body. Now kick into your hands with all your might. Lift up in the legs. Maybe balance on the pelvis. Lift up in the chest. Take your floor bow pose. And then finish it. As quick as you came in, come on out. Come down to your mat. Release your legs. Arms down by your sides. Turn your head. Right cheek on your mat. Breathe in. Breathe out, let it go. Time to do camel pose, Ustrasana. Bring your head back to the midline of your body. Bend your elbows, press into your hands underneath your shoulders. Press into them. Come on up for a seal pose. Arms straightened and your glutes soften. Come on up to standing on your knees. You can take your block. Place it at its high height between your ankles. That feels good. Take your hands behind your low back. Oh, that's cute, little pumpkin. Press into your back, hands into your low back as if they're in the back pockets of jeans. Squeeze your elbows toward your spine. Push your hips forward. Look up to the sky. Look up maybe directly overhead and stay right there. If you want to take it a little farther, and only you know the answer to this, reach your fingers toward the block. How does that feel? Maybe reach your hands toward your heels and grab onto your heels. When you're ready, look back to where the ceiling and the wall meet, and then finish. Press on up, shoulders over your hips, remove your block. You did it. All right, come on down, have a seat on your heels. Even this has a name, it's Thunderbolt. You're seated on your heels. I'm gonna grab a drink of water. All right, we're down on the ground. We just got a few more minutes to go. Let's do this. All right, so you're stretching out your quads here in your Thunderbolt pose. Let's switch it up. Let's come on down for bridge pose. All right, so soles of the feet are on your mat. Positive mantra time, hands in prayer, lengthen up. Exhale, come on down. Bring your eye shade and your towel up by your shoulders too. Come all the way down. All the way down, bridge pose, arms down by your sides. Press into your feet. Lift your hips on up. Wiggle your shoulders closer to your spine. Lift your hips even higher. And then roll your spine down, one vertebra at a time. You got it. Send your legs long on your mat. Using your strong core, come on up to a seated position. Legs are long, toes to the sky. Inhale, arms sweep up, lengthen, you got it, seated forward fold. Reach your arms to the front of the room, keep them parallel. Reach a little farther. Then reach down, capture your ankles, your calves, whatever you can capture. Hug your elbows in, and then bring your gaze toward your knees for a restorative forward fold. Take a big inhale, And a belly hollowing out. Exhale as you fold more forward. Feel the goodness in your low back. Inhale, shoulders up over your hips. Spread your legs good and wide. Walk your hands in between your legs out toward the front of your room. Palms face down. Maybe bring your forearms down and breathe. Send your gaze back to your belly button as you tuck your chin. And then roll on up. Shoulders over your hips. Bring your legs back together at the midline. Grab your eye shade and towel if you haven't already done so. Put them at your shoulders. Hands to prayer center. Say your mantra. Exhale, fully recline. Let your heels slide on up. Bend your right knee. Take your interlaced fingers. We're going to do a supine twist. Left leg is long. Hug the right knee in. Circle the ankle this way and that. Left hand takes the right knee across the midline of the body as you roll onto your left hip. Right arm tees out. Keep your right shoulder down. Look to the right as best you can. Finish up. Hip comes back down. Hug the knee in. Circle the ankle this way and that. Right leg goes long on your mat. Repeat on the other side. Left leg bends. Hug it in. Shoulders down. Ankle circles. Right hand, left knee. Cross the midline of your body. Tee out your left arm. Look left. Hip comes down. Gaze goes back to the sky. Hug the knee in. Circle it again and again. Left leg down, long on your mat. Feet spread. Arms down by your sides. Close your eyes. Time for your eye shade or your towel to cover your eyes. And breathe in your final Shavasana pose. Pinky toes fall to the edges of your mat. Shoulders away from your ears. Breath is long and deep. Belly rises up to the sky as you take a big inhale. And then belly totally deflates as you imagine bringing your belly button to your spine on an exhale. Eyes are soft. Your throat is soft. Your body is heavy and you are at peace. This is your final Shavasana pose. Stay in it as long as you like. And that's the beauty of having your remote control nearby. Hit the pause button if you want to stay longer. And I recommend you stay longer, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Whatever feels right to recuperate and restore from your practice. And when you're ready to conclude your practice, you just unpause it and come back to this point where we take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles. Inhale, reach high overhead, stretch it out, point your toes, reach your fingers, wiggle your hips. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, roll into a fetal position onto one side or the other. Use your low arms, bicep as a pillow for your head and soften. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Slowly make your way up to a seated position. Crisscross your legs however you want. Hands to prayer center. Close your eyes. Lengthen up through your spine. Exhale it out. You did it. Come back to that number you took in the beginning, the stress number. What was it? And now, what is it? Don't you just feel good? When you're present, you just feel better in your everything. All right, so be present. Enjoy your moments. They're your moments, nobody else's. You are unique. What you do is unique. Enjoy the here and now, for there is no other place to be. Love you guys. See you on your mats tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Love you. Goodbye. Hello. You're such a good girl. Yes, you are. Oh, both of you. Yay. Good girl. Down dog. See? Down dog. Bye. Good girl. Here, you did another yoga practice and your body is feeling better for it. Feel what you feel in your body. Enjoy and appreciate what you got. And just show up every day and things will get better. You will feel better and life is good. It really is. All right.
Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody. You know that. Tell your friends about it. Have them join in too. They can feel better, and they will feel better. And if they feel better, they'll be more pleasant. And if they're more pleasant, they might just be a better friend. All right. They can check us out anytime they like. Facebook, YouTube. Enjoy. If you'd like to support our broadcast, look at our website. It's www.316yoga.com. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're being faithful to your practice. See you on your mats tomorrow.